Julie Taymor, American director, writer, theater, and film musician, was born in Newton, Massachusetts on December 15, 1952, known for originating the 1997 Disney cartoon The Lion King. She is also no less well known for originating the film Frida, which I will tell you about in a moment, based on the dramatic life of the Mexican artist Frida Kahlo, whom the director wanted to tell and introduce us through her eyes. Frida is a biographical film that recounts all the events of the artist's life, even the most dramatic ones. The main character, played by Salma Hayek, is a young girl of 18, sunny, brave, explosive, and magnetic, unfortunately destined for a difficult life. Her artistic vein begins to express itself when she enrolls in the Escuela Nacional Preparatoria, where she bonds with the Cachuchas, a group of student supporters of National Socialism, of which her first boyfriend was also a member. As soon as she came of age, a terrible bus accident forced her to lie in bed for months, pierced by the engine of the bus that left her with a broken spine, collarbone, 2 ribs and pelvis, and a crushed foot. To survive, Frida underwent 32 surgeries. Her passion for art does not cease, and the young artist begins to draw butterflies on her plastered torso, until her parents decided to buy her a 4-poster bed, a canvas and a mirror to place on the ceiling so that she can paint, despite her situation, and admire herself. That is how the first self-portraits were born. Despite her family fears that she will not be able to pay for all the treatment necessary to be able to make her daughter walk again, Frida, with her tenacity, manages to get back on her own feet, after months of treatment and many surgeries. Once on her feet, Frida decided to go to the best known and most fashionable Mexican painter of the time, Diego Rivera, to submit her works to his judgment. Diego is so impressed that he expresses an overwhelmingly positive opinion of the young girl's artistic style. From that moment, thanks to Frida's art and innate talent, their troubled love affair began. I had 2 big accidents in my life. The first one when a streetcar knocked me down, and the other one was Diego. This is how Frida tells of the love of her life, Diego Rivera. Famous for his art, but also for being a Don Juan. In fact, Diego cheated on all the women with whom he engaged in relationships, including her. The two, despite their various escapades, were united in marriage in 1929, a marriage that for Diego was already third. The couple moved to New York after a short time, when Diego was asked to exhibit his work in the Big Apple. At the same time, Frida realized that she was pregnant, but because of the past accident, it remained impossible for her to carry the pregnancy forward. She then had the first of the 3 miscarriages. They were such dramatic experience for her, and she decided to represent them all in her paintings, her grief, her maternal instinct, and her strong desire to form a family with the love of her life. Undermining the tranquility of Frida's life again came another heartbreaking event as soon as she returned to Mexico. Her husband's betrayal with her sister Cristina. Although Frida was aware of Diego's betrayals, this discovery devastated her. With courage, she then decided to separate from him and continue her life in freedom, indulging in various adventures, including homosexual ones. Frida is recounted as a woman without restraints, curious, a lover of life and loving love, free of all judgment, who, after only a few years, in 1940, decided to remarry the painter who had hurt her so much, moving with him to Casa Azul in Coyoacán, Frida's childhood home, which has now become, by her husband's wishes, the home of the Frida Kahlo Museum. By the time the painter's health was critical, in fact, the relationship lasted only a few years, until 1944, when after an infection in her leg and a pulmonary embolism, Frida Kahlo died. The theme addressed in the film are art, love, strengths. Frida Kahlo has always fascinated me. Her paintings capture my attention, and so does her story, unique and dramatic, but at the same time rich in feelings, in experience, in important encounters. She, with her sensitivity so sharp and tender, managed to convey all the moods she felt on different occasions in her life in her paintings. In fact, the artist's purpose was precisely to convey her emotions to people. My painting carries the message of pain, so says the artist herself. Such an intelligent woman that she does not care what people think. Perhaps because of all the past tragedies, she knows how precious life is and how important it is to live it to the full until her last breath, just as she did. Frida had a dream of becoming mother, which unfortunately, due to the accident that caused her significant physical damage, she was never able to fulfill this great desire of hers. She gave form and color to depression, to the impossibility of becoming a mother, and all this is Frida, a woman who symbolized feminism and revolution. She wanted to immortalize all the most important events, so that when she will leave this world, her paintings will live on, reminding us of her. What struck me most, besides her heart, was her tenacity. Despite the many moments of discouragement she had to live through, she never lost hope and the strength to go on. She always followed her instinct and her heart. Frida, mother, she never became. I think, however, that mother she already was. She was mother of her paintings, mother of an artistic current. The film, unlike the book, begins with the artist Frida Kahlo lying in bed, being taken home from the hospital. Only later, through flashbacks, do they show the accident to the viewer. In the book, then, we begin to talk about the life of the young artist. Only later do we find chapters devoted to the account of the accident and her life following the accident. In addition, the book goes into much more detail, thus giving us more information, as opposed to the end, of course, which is told in the same way in both the film and the book, with the death of the artist, Frida Kahlo.